says thank you. These are friends and family. One is actually a Lakota Sioux. There's four of us here that's Cherokee. And we all do this on a regular basis, or as much as we can, to do these programs. And I'm handing it over to Tamara. She's going to give you a brief history, and then we'll do some flute playing, drumming, and a little dancing for you. And then we will have Amazing Grace in Cherokee at the end.
Shiona Gada means hello everyone. How are you tonight? We are going to do a few things for you because this is November. It's Native American Heritage Month, and different things are happening across the United States in honoring of the Native Americans that lived here as indigenous people hundreds and hundreds of years ago. I am Cherokee and Scottish. As you can see, I have Scottish on that represents my Scottish clan, but the other half of me is Cherokee. So I honor both of my heritages. But how many of you all know a little bit about the Trail of Tears and what happened in this area? That's good. A lot of it you would probably read, but there's a lot of it you do not know. Most of the reason why the Cherokees and the Creeks and the other civilized tribes were removed from the area was based on land and that wonderful color of Dahlonega, meaning gold. That is why Dahlonega, Georgia is named Dahlonega. That is the Cherokee word for gold or yellow. And so a lot of those governmental people and northerners were wanting some of our lands here because we are big farmers. The Cherokees were always farmers. We did not live in teepees. We had actually wood framed homes. We had actual running water irrigation systems long before Europeans ever came in contact with us. We are very spiritual people. We don't take from nature what we don't need, and what we do take we're grateful for and we're thankful for, and we use everything that is taken. To this day we still do that. But many of our families, we are the ancestors of those who were removed to Oklahoma, and some who went to the Qualla boundary up at the eastern band in Cherokee, North Carolina. There are the eastern band of Cherokee Indians, the Cherokee Nation in Oklahoma, and the Gaduas in Oklahoma. Those are the three major Cherokee tribes in the United States. And we're all proud to say we are descendants from a lot of those families out there. But any of you, have you ever been to a Native American gathering, or powwow as we call it sometimes? That's great, because that is actually what we call a homecoming. It's intertribal. People of many tribes come together and we share our histories. And we talk to each other, and that's a very, very important thing. But our Trail of Tears history was a sad moment in our history, but it is a history that we choose not to repeat. And every tribe in the United States between 1810 and 1842 have their own trail story. The same time we were being removed out to Oklahoma, the Lakotas, the Navajos, all of those tribes in the Western Plains and in the northern area were all being moved to actual reservations. If you'll kind of touch into your history, you will read about all of that, so we all have our stories. But tonight, we're here as a family. We have been friends and family for many years. I remember these two boys who were very little, about the ages of these three here. So they're making me old. But we're still here, and we're proud that they've maintained their native heritage and spirit. We all do. And I suggest that on the trail, I tell everybody when I go into a school, before I move on, I want to let everyone know, how many of you in here have Scottish ancestry that you know of by raising your hand? How many of you have Irish ancestry by raising your hand? How many of you have Asian lines in your family? And how many may have what we call Dutch lines in your family? You also went on the Trail of Tears. It was not just an Indian thing. Indians were married to people of those cultures, and those people went with their husbands and their wives on the trail with us. They lost their lives too, and that's because we loved each other. We believed in each other. We worked together, and that's what it's all about. So whenever you hear the story about the Trail of Tears, you keep in mind, it's not all about the Indians. Also, how many of you who are African American, who have Cherokee in your bloodline, I'm proud of you, because you all were mistreated just as bad as we were. And I know there are a lot of grandmothers out there who were the slaves to some of the Cherokee, but we treated you all as equals. You were not slaves to us, you were equals. We built houses, we gave you land, we gave you freedom in the South before the Civil War ever occurred. And those are some of the things you will never read in history books, but it's there. And we love each and every one of you. So I'm going to get off here, and we're going to get started.